What's up guys, welcome back to my video. My name's Mike Sieben and today we are going to be talking using software versus hiring employees to help scale and grow your business. Oftentimes, entrepreneurs are stuck with the dilemma of how to grow and scale their business. They've learned how to do business, they learned how to operate within their environment, and essentially they're at a point where they've maxed themselves out. They're at maximum capacity for what one person can do in a day, and the only other next logical option in their minds is employees or delegating. You need more people, more heads, more hands, whatever it may be, to do the same amount of tasks that you're doing in order to do more volume, more business, and scale your business. So today I'm going to go over some of the available options for software, for hiring employees, both local and foreign, and we're gonna keep this video related to the Amazon FBA business. So as I mentioned, this video is gonna be about software and automation to help scale and grow your Amazon business. I want to first talk about using software, as I feel very strongly that there is a long way you can go with available software that is out there, and some of it's free, some of it's paid, and either way, if you can use a piece of software to help automate one portion of your business or even just reduce the time it takes you to do something, it's usually, in almost all cases, going to be a lot more inexpensive than hiring someone to do the task for you. So the first recommendation would be look into available softwares. For Amazon FBA, there's softwares such as Keepa, there's softwares as Sellerboard, there is Jungle Scout or Viral Launch, there's Rev Seller, and there's a plethora of other software that we use in our business that have helped with things like product research and finding distributors and the accounting and back end and inventory management. And we use these softwares to really help us out, speed up our lives, make our jobs easier, and make them a lot quicker to do. So we're at a point where we are both working full time, my business partner and I, and we got to the point where we've pretty much exhausted all of the software options that we have. We do pay for quite a few softwares and they do help us in our everyday to day. So we have looked at actually hiring our first employee. So after exhausting your software options, then you should start to look at employees, and you can look either local or foreign. So the advantage of getting a local employee are going to be that they speak your language. There's not any sort of language barrier or anything like that. Generally, availability is a lot better. They're in the same time zone as you, so you're not working during the day while they're sleeping at night like you would if someone is overseas in, say, the Philippines or India or a place like that. Because their time zones are so far off, sometimes communication goes 12 hours before it's seen or heard. So a local employee can really help bridge that time gap and be effective kind of in the moment if you need to chat with them and fill them in on things and stuff like that. Another advantage of a local employee is the training is going to be a lot easier. You can even do a one-on-one and sit there and train with them to really just show them and give them a good understanding of exactly what you're doing, and it's a lot more personable and things like that. And then the other thing too is scalability of their position. So if you hire someone at the beginning that's just looking for leads, maybe putting together little Excel lists for you, email management, kind of remedial tasks that take a lot off your plate, but don't require a really high level of understanding or skill for the business, then you have the potential to grow and adapt that employee. Not saying that you can't do that with foreign employees, but it's obviously going to be easier with someone who doesn't have a language barrier, and it's a lot easier to communicate, a lot quicker to communicate with them. Those are some of the advantages. Some of the disadvantages is going to be a lot more expensive to hire a local employee. I mean, even if you just look at minimum wage in, say, the Philippines, you can pay a Filipino virtual assistant, anywhere from like $3 to $10 an hour, 10 being on the very high end for a premium employee. And here in Canada, in Alberta, where we live anyway, it's $15 an hour is minimum wage, and it would obviously only go up from there. If you want someone who has a lot of skill and talent, and maybe they're managing a few people, they're gonna demand a higher salary or a higher per hour pay, right? So then moving on to foreign employees. With a foreign employee, things are gonna be a lot cheaper. That is obviously the first and most paramount advantage. On top of that, you're going to be able to use a service to hire them, something like Fiverr or Upwork or onlinejobs.ph is one for VAs in the Philippines. So you can work through this service, and there's the potential that if one employee doesn't work out, you can move on to the next through this service. Everything's paid through with this service, so you don't really have to worry about things like payroll and all that kind of stuff. It's just kind of like a consultant fee when you're doing your books at the end of the year. So payment is generally a lot easier and cheaper for a VA. And then the obviously disadvantage of that would be that they are on the other side of the world. There's the time gap, as I mentioned before. There's maybe a little bit of a language barrier, and then you can't sit with them one-on-one or anything like that. So you have to resort to doing things like creating step-by-step video guides, and they have to be very clear and concise, and you have to spend real time and value to do that. But then obviously that can be distributed to more than one person. So there's obviously trade-offs in every scenario, no matter which way you look at it. And I just wanted to hop on here today, this nice short video, and really just explain the differences between the two types of employees, and as well using software, because I think it is really, really important to know that as an entrepreneur in this business, you don't need to spend, 15, 18-hour days doing this kind of stuff. There's a really good possibility for you to get working a 2, 4, 6, 10-hour day, whatever you want it to be, and then use that to scale up. Once you're at a point where you're making a little bit of money, then you can start thinking about employees, either local or foreign, and then all along the way you can be purchasing new software programs to help automate and make your job easier. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Like I said, it's a nice quick video, and I hope that it's going to help some of you that have either been thinking about getting into FBA and you're not sure how to maximize your time, or you're already in FBA and you're stressed out and you feel like you're working too much and you're doing everything manually and yourself. I want you to know that there are options that can help you out with this kind of stuff. So let me know down in the comment section what you liked best about this video. If you want me to go into deeper to some of the softwares we use, go in a little deeper on maybe some resources to hire local employees as well as foreign employees, let me know. I would love to help with that as well. Please give this a big thumbs up. That always helps the YouTube algorithm. That will help us out immensely and get this in front of the most amount of people possible. And then 2, do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That'll notify you every single time I post a new video, and you can be the first to come and check it out. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.